Brent halftime report coming to you live from Atlanta, site of Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Hawks and the Cleveland Cavaliers, and it's a dead-even first half at 51 apiece. Jeff Teague, a 17-point first half to lead all scorers. Really not surprising when you think about the numbers these teams have put up in the playoffs so far. Very similar in points per game and field goal percentage and three-point percentage, 51 apiece after 24 minutes. Kenny, you talked about LeBron against the world and that kind of a theme in our pregame show. How did that play out in the first half?
Yeah, LeBron versus everybody. And what I mean by that is, Atlanta Hawks, they have to play a different style of basketball than Cleveland. Cleveland, LeBron just says, you can't guard me, and if you try to guard me and pay too much attention to me, I can make things happen. Boom, 3 guys, freeze it. There's 3 Hawks that were basically paying attention to LeBron James, which allowed Tristan Thompson, as we let it go, to get an and one. Again, he brings up the basketball. Everyone has to pay so much attention to him. If you look at the Hawks defense, freeze it right here. They're not paying attention to their men. Every single guy is looking at the most dangerous man in the world with the basketball. And as he brings it up, he frees it again. Now he's going to find a shooter on the other side of the floor, and we let it go, Kyrie Irving. Now, if Kyrie Irving was healthy, he would be able to do some of these things. But an unhealthy Kyrie Irving, Chuck, and Shaq is making this. I'm going to make new T-shirts, LeBron versus everybody. And if he's able to do this, he's a Harry Houdini of basketball and get his team to the NBA Finals.
If I had to ask you just this one question, I would love to see what your answer is. What position does LeBron James play?
He's a point forward. And the point forward means I play inside on defense at times, but I play outside on offense at times. Everywhere on the floor, he is the Magic Johnson with offense, with more potent offense of our era.
Meantime, the point guard of the Atlanta Hawks is Jeff Teague, a guy that you have said time and again is the key to how far Atlanta goes, and he has 17 in the first half.
Well, Jeff Teague is one of the more underrated point guards, not like Mike Conley, who's terrific also. They're the 2 most underrated, but this is a guy who makes everything go. He played fantastic. You know, Kyrie's got to do a better job on him defensively because he can't let him get 34. I thought the biggest mismatch in this game was going to be Al Horford against Timothy Mozgov. And it's going to be a long series for Timothy Mozgov, especially when they start running that pick and roll, because Al Horford is a tough matchup for him.
Al Horford, 10 points, is hit 5 out of 6 in the first half, Shaq.
Yes, Jeff Teague is the key that makes him go, but Al Horford is the heartbeat of this Atlanta Hawks team. Reminds me of a guy who I played with, helped me get 2 championships, Horace Grant. Always around the basket, right here, can face up, he can shoot this little jumper. Aggressive player right here, another 15, 17 footer, and right here he can catch and get the lob. Reminds me so much of Horace Grant. He's a great player. He's the heartbeat of the team. Jeff Teague needs to go, and Al Horford also needs to go, along with Kyle Korver doing a little bit more.
In a tie game in which each side is shooting better than 50%, who feels better at the half?
I would say the Hawks. I think that they've never been in, this is uncharted waters. LeBron James has been here before. He's the key cog. And these guys are saying, well, what does this feel like? This city in Atlanta is different today. The arena is different. Yes, first, second round, we're happy, but this is uncharted waters. They probably think like they did with Mayweather in the fight. Okay, we got the first couple of rounds out our system. We're okay.
Well, I think the key, though, they got to get the tempo sped up. If it's a close game, LeBron is always going to have the advantage. I know the Hawks want to play at a much faster pace. That'll get Carver some open shots on the perimeter on the break, but also it'll get Millsap and Carroll going. They're not going to win this game at the pace it is right now.
But if you're playing in Cleveland, hostile arena, and the game is tied up, you feel pretty good because Atlanta should be up by 10, 15. I understand it's uncharted water for them, but, they have to go get it and they have to put Cleveland away because it ain't going to be no easy task.
Atlanta's had about twice the fast break points that Cleveland has in the postseason, but in the first half, Cavs 5-4. Game is tied. We're back with more right after this.
Welcome to the Sprint Halftime Report, live from the Eastern Conference Finals. Bring in your Verizon or AT&T bill, and we'll cut your rate plan in half.
Hey, Sags, this is for you. Get better, Sags.
Love you, Sags.
Sags. Thumbs up, buddy.
Sags, going on? Get well soon.
Love you, Sags.
All right, Sags, get well soon.
Get well, buddy. Get well, Sags.
Keep up the good fight. We got dressed up for you, Sags.
Sager strong.
Our entire staff with a tribute to Craig Sager. Earlier today, Craig was a part of his medical team in the hospital in Houston, where he is receiving treatment as we welcome